Man United versus Liverpool was so good that Sponz is back. You're watching Foot and Mouth. Welcome back to Foot in Mouth. Ethan, before I ask how you're doing, Sponzy, how you doing, brother?
I'm alright. It's good to be here.
We thought we lost you, Sponz.
It's been some weeks, some months.
Nah, it's just my invites have just been lost in the mail. It's not my fault.
Don't look at me.
No,
No, look, this show is as up and down as ever. Anybody that follows the show knows this, bro.
Yeah.
And you see, it's not even we safe, bro. At some point, there'll be an episode that I'm missing.
Don't get a lot of walk-ins, I guess.
It's gonna be me sitting here.
But look, we did want to get onto our overall season prediction recaps and all that, but we all placed a bit of time. So, Sponzy, I just want to ask you before we get into the FA Cup game, what are your thoughts on Liverpool so far this season, bro?
Fucking sick, innit?
You predicted them to challenge.
I did say, I always had like a hunch. That season was it last? Yeah, it was last.
Well, look, I mean,
it
literally
wasn't
pretty much for the past 6 seasons, really, you can say you've seen enough.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Well, I'm saying the ones where we didn't perform, the one where we just got Champions League. I think that was proper COVID season.
Fair play.
Everyone says the season before that was COVID season. It wasn't.
But also last season, Liverpool won.
And then it was last
Well,
season
last season
where
they
we
missed out on the.
But now everyone using, I feel like that sits more in everyone's mind compared to the other seasons where we pushed City for like a point twice, and then the 1 year we obviously won it. I base my judgment or predictions on those performances rather than those other 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why at the start of the season I was like, yeah, Liverpool, I feel like they can challenge, and everyone's like, nah.
Yeah, you did.
Maybe
You
like
definitely
fourth.
did.
Maybe like fourth. That's reaching. I'm like, nah, Oaks, I feel like Arsenal, they jumped the gun a bit. They need maybe 1 or 2 more seasons. This is now their second one. So yeah, this is their season to like really establish themselves.
Yeah.
Next season, and look, they are challenging this season, which is great. But yeah, like I said, I called it, and it's based on those overall performances.
To be honest, though, on paper it shouldn't have worked. The whole team is like different. The whole midfield's been cut out. You've lost your best players. Mo Salah, he's been injured a lot of this season.
Yeah.
That's also, look, I don't know how he did it.
I don't know how he did it either.
But that's also why, if you go back, I don't know if we get clipped. I don't know how popular we are, but like, I'm sure if someone clipped me back in the previous seasons, when you ask me what's going on with Liverpool and we're underperforming, I personally was like, I don't know, I can't.
Yeah. It's not your job to know.
Besides that, it's like there's nothing you can really put your finger on. I don't know what he's doing wrong, but at the same time, I don't know how he's done this to get it right again.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like, fuck, dude, did he even actually do anything wrong?
Is it the power of the fairy tale, bro? Klopp's obviously leaving at the end of the season.
Is it just
that
as
the
simple?
driving force?
Is it just as simple as those 3 in the midfield just completely dropped off, and we were looking at them with rose-tinted glasses?
I think that's a fair point.
Because that's literally what
From the
kinda
outside
changed.
looking in, I was doubting Liverpool's midfield for a while.
Henderson's been picked up by Ajax now, and I haven't really watched him in the Saudi league. I don't know if he's completely fallen off, but if he's being
he was
picked up
terrible
by...
in the Saudi league.
Ajax
But
were
I don't know
desperate, though, if you think about it.
But if he's being picked up by a Champions League team, surely he's not garbage.
No, not. But look, bro, that side, where did
And you speak for England as well.
But again, I think we've always said
look at the
also...
levels. Look at the levels. He was when Henderson was in that side. Not saying the peak when it was going shit. We were what, 6th, 4th, 6th.
Yeah.
What is Ajax gonna do in the Premier League?
They
6th,
probably
4th.
would, yeah.
True. I mean, if they were in the relegation battle in the Dutch league.
You get me? So it's
That's
like
a fair point.
And look, but to be fair, we have always highlighted Henderson's need to be in a team for more than his talent on the ball.
Maybe-
it's his
Yes.
footballing brain and stuff
Look,
as
man,
well.
I
I think that's
think-
his main.
Look, if I actually want to, if you're gonna ask me, if you put a gun to my head and like, look, you have to give an answer. I'm gonna say Klopp extracts more out of the players, and he's currently doing it with this team. That's why we're all low-key surprised.
Yeah.
And he was doing it with Keita. Okay, maybe not Keita because he's injured all the time, but definitely
Well,
Henderson.
Kate is a disappointing one because of the fact that he was
But
injured.
yeah,
It's not that he was ever a bad player.
Yes, but definitely Henderson, Fabinho. And I think, look,
Firmino, bro.
Fabinho.
Now I'm talking about the midfield though. But
Okay.
like,
Yeah. Now Fabinho was
Everyone's like, even you was a good player, but not that levels at that
not
man.
like
So
we saw under Klopp.
he was extracting more, let's say 4-5%. 4-5, yeah, out of those, maybe even 10 out of those players, and they just got to the point where you couldn't extract any more of them, and they hit the wall, they hit their peak, and he replaced them, and he's doing it with these players now.
But he's only going to be able to do it for one season.
These players look good though, bro.
But now that's what I'm saying. Maybe they aren't as good as. Maybe it's just Klopp doing it again.
Maybe. Yeah. I'll stand by Szoboszlai. I think Szoboszlai's been a talent even before Liverpool bought him. Same goes for McAllister. McAllister's definitely showing more than we saw.
I was actually going to say McAllister's so far been more impressive.
McAllister, for sure.
Endo, you think you like him?
Endo, I think, again, you know what I like about Endo is the fact that he's, again, I even forget how young he is, bro.
How young is he?
He's like 24.
Nah, that's not that young.
Yeah, he's not. No, he's not.
I thought he was
young.
I thought he was like.
You'd think he's like a senior, bro.
Yeah, the way.
But nah, bro.
So just.
Like, he's honestly, I think that's become like the surprise package because, yeah, you bought him as a squad player, but I think he can be a bit more than that, bro.
But yeah, in overall, what I think of this, what he's doing, or what you asked the question, what do I think of Liverpool this season? Fairy tale.
No?
It's basically, it started off as like monotonous, almost military in a way, how things are going. But since the announcement, it's like winning games out of nothing.
Yeah.
We've done that before, but then that was also kind of fairy tale.
Different also.
No, but that was also different because it's the first league we win, so it's always going to be a fairy tale. First league in 30. I mean, also going 22 points clear at 1 point. That's fairy tale stuff.
That's massive. Yeah.
So that was mentality monsters fairy tale.
But tell me,
you're getting emotional.
This is fucking like. Obviously, the announcement, the shock. Like,
yes, it's
last. What's it? Last dance, fucking thing.
Proper. Are you at that point where you kind of counting down the games now, or are you taking the season?
Because I can count them down for you. There's like 10. There's like 10, and then Klopp's gone. I feel like he's out of here.
Hey, unless he gets no, he's not in the FA Cup final. Well, European final will extend it till past the Premier League season.
Yeah,
okay,
it's a madness. They like reserving an extra 80,000 capacity stadium because they checking Leverkusen, Liverpool, Alonso, Klopp.
This is going to be massive.
So they can't move the actual game, but they're booking a stadium very close for like fan vibes.
That's dope.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, it's going to be crazy. Obviously, Alonso, a lot of people are interested in replacing Klopp at Liverpool. I don't know how likely it's going to happen.
I think it's already done, bro.
You think so? Because I have also heard a lot of pre-agreements with Real Madrid. Yeah. Ancelotti's also on his way out that side, bro. Do you think Alonso's more of a Liverpool legend or a Madrid legend?
Liverpool.
Really?
Yeah.
How many seasons is he at Madrid?
I think he was there longer. I'm not gonna lie.
Because I honestly feel like when I think of Alonso, I can't picture him in a Liverpool kit, bro.
I think of Liverpool for some reason.
I can't think of him in a Liverpool kit. For somebody, because I know
that's tough, dude.
It's I don't know. I guess it's because of the Galacticos aura.
I think Sponz is right. I think he was at Madrid for longer, but
possibly.
But for some reason, I just only picture him in a Liverpool shirt.
No.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, that's where he made his name for himself, I guess.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know what I mean? He was part of the Istanbul.
I mean, if you guys get him in, you pretty much look on paper set. But again, the Premier League and the Bundesliga, two very different leagues. I'm sure I don't see Alonso having another win streak.
Alonso,
but I can see
if Alonso
doing
comes to Liverpool, I'll resort myself to like an Arteta type of vibe.
Okay.
Just a quicker one though. I don't think you'll take 5 seasons.
Yeah, but I think that's the buzz. Like even the look, they even have the same
look.
And again, they're both young guys. They both play they're both very
they're both Spanish.
They're both Spanish. But look, okay, the fairy tale definitely is continuing. It obviously took a bit of a speed bump.
I'm saying it didn't take a speed bump. That fairy tale's done.
Oh.
Klopp season done. Liverpool dream done.
Yeah, Sponz, welcome back is over. Ethan is getting cutthroat now. No more time for niceties.
It's like I'm sure a lot of us feel this way. But I mean, I will hold that. I don't care, bro.
So let's take the 7 up, bro. 7 up what? You want to drink 7 up? How about you drink out of my FA Cup?
Obviously fucking rent free in your head.
How about you drink out of my FA Cup?
I didn't bring 7 up.
United are slowly on the come up, bro. They started with the Carabao Cup, now it's the FA Cup.
I just want to note that I didn't bring up 7-0, so it's obviously rent free.
The wounds are still
it's lumming. That fucking shit.
7 goals were scored in the game. 7 goals were
That's
scored in the
true.
game. That's maybe that was
in a team that is filled with history. United made history that night.
Wow.
in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup.
Damn, yo.
We beat Liverpool. We made we what 100 and something minutes and went into extra time.
Yeah.
I
Amad
type,
Diallo,
if I
brother.
type
Amad
in,
Diallo.
if I go into Google now
Uh-huh.
and I type in Liverpool versus Man United or Man United versus Liverpool, the predictions, the scores are
Yeah.
gonna come up 5-0, 7-0.
Okay.
Maybe before the 4-3 to United
some
comes up,
consolations
there's
here and
going to
there.
be, you know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
That's
That's fine. If we want to talk about history, we can talk about history. We can talk about winning Champions
We
League.
are
We
not,
can talk
we
about
are
winning the
not going to
Premier.
talk about, no, don't talk
There's
about
a lot of
Champions
history
League.
we can
Liverpool
talk
do have the record for
Yeah, we have
Champions League winning.
we're the most
In
successful
England.
club in England.
Oh fuck!
Literally.
But that
Still
happened.
have more trophies than you. You have more prems.
We got more prems. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got more prems.
prems.
Exactly.
Okay, look, this is not a history lesson. We are talking about this FA Cup game.
Yes, and
As
look,
far as
it was a
this
good game.
game,
It was,
yeah.
I think, for a neutral.
Dude, genuinely, outside of, obviously, we always talk about game of the season in Premier League context. This could have been the game of the season.
Yes.
Just because it was the epitome of back and forth, bro.
Yeah, and I
Literally,
Yeah,
always.
it was actually.
Always,
and
bro.
as much as good as that Man City 4-4 draw with
That
Chelsea
cool.
was,
This had a winner.
and this is United Liverpool. There's so much more
I
into
still
this.
say United were the underdogs, even though it was a
Yes.
home game for them.
No, United are
on paper
always
they
gonna
were
be
the
the- yeah.
underdogs, and Liverpool. I think, look, that the defeat's probably gonna sting because Klopp's last season. You want to do the quadruple.
You want to win everything.
but at the end of the day,
Sponsored, shut the fuck up.
at the end of the day, they were
good.
also
It
dealing
doesn't
with injuries of their own players coming back from injury.
No, they were all.
United,
They shut the fuck up.
United were well worse off. They
didn't-
were absolutely worse off.
Yes.
Not, but I didn't bring it up.
No, for
Thank-
sure.
Thank you for bringing it up.
They were worse, but what I'm saying is I was still impressed by that Liverpool squad because you know that in Europe, until Leverkusen come around, they are at least going to kind of coast. Considering how Frankfurt went, I think it was Frankfurt you guys destroyed.
I know. I
So-
know.
Yeah,
There's
6-1.
this-
Sparta.
Sparta,
Sparta,
yeah.
And
Sparta
both
Prague.
legs were just insane.
Look,
bro, like,
there's coasting, and then there's playing your fucking league rival. You don't coast in that game, no matter the
Man.
context.
I don't think they
even
coasted
if
it.
United play City and United is first by like 30 points, they are always going to try hard against the rival.
I think this was one of those games because Liverpool played for the win from kickoff.
Here's the
But
thing, though,
United, they took their chances,
Liverpool
bro.
weren't really that good. Like
There we go.
even okay, Swansea. Even in like the because there were multiple minutes where United absolutely flatlined and
Yeah.
we did nothing. Like where Liverpool was just fully in control. And even in those minutes, Liverpool didn't really look on it.
Yeah.
As I said, United took their chances. Completely
Yes, we
took
did.
their chances, bro.
We did.
Rashford missed a few.
I mean, McTominay scored in the first
McSauce!
half. Yeah, in like 10
Scooby-Doo!
minutes. Shout out to fucking McTominay. I know I doubted him. A lot of people doubted
How
him.
does he keep doing it, bro?
I think
plays for- he plays
mentally
the
he's just a
game, he
fucking
plays for
he's
the
a
bag.
monster, bro. Like no matter what happens,
Mentality
no matter how
monster.
much shit doesn't go his way, he's always gonna pop up in the right spot.
Pause.
What?
Let's not go on a McSauce.
Hey, this is
fucking-
the best season McTominay's ever had.
man's-
If there was ever a time we talk
that
good about him,
man-
it's now.
That man is a waste of time in the side. He'll get you a goal.
Yes.
Cool. But even the GOAT Goldbridge says it, bro. Like, nah, that man's last.
No,
Look,
he is
that
lost.
was Solskjaer's claim to fame. Okay, obviously Solskjaer's a much better player,
No,
but
but the
Solskjaer,
side-
he coined the
Yeah,
super
but the
sub. You know what I
side
mean?
itself was...
No,
they didn't play like with a man
I
down
guess,
with
I guess.
Solskjaer. in it.
Sponsy, we should have sold him and McTominay to West Ham last season.
Him
I'm
and
not
Maguire.
McTominay.
him and Maguire. I'm not arguing. They as good as they aren't good enough to play for United. But we are in a situation right now where there's not many people who are going to get United
Yeah,
goals.
fair enough. You guys are reaching for positives, and
Exactly.
there's one.
Yeah.
No, honestly, unironically, McTominay.
It is a
McTominay.
positive. Essentially, it is a positive.
McTominay is one of the few people who you
Good to be
can
back,
who you
actually.
can
I
depend
remember
on to
being
get a
last
goal.
season just so being so cocky and I had to hold my pick.
Yes.
Nah, that's
Swansea.
fucking.
Wait, the season's not done yet.
Yeah,
There's
but
10
I'm
more
just-
games.
but I'm just
There's 10
saying,
more games,
I had
and
to
the
humble.
game we're talking about right now, United beat your ass.
It was a good game.
It was a really good game.
It was a
great
really, like you said, for the neutral.
Yes.
Obviously, I had no horse in that race.
Yes.
Fucking load shedding it at 10 o'clock.
Bro.
Oh,
I missed
my
it.
Yeah, we
You
missed the
also
last goal
yeah,
too.
I also
Yeah.
missed
That's
that game.
true. Yeah.
I literally walked downstairs and my dad's like, "Hey, so United scored." Eh? I was like, "What?"
Like, what the-
I was like, "What?" He said, I look at his laptop.
For our
I'm seeing
international
Diallo
viewers,
celebrate,
just to remind you, our power
Yeah.
goes off.
Yeah.
and it's not our
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
It's not our choice.
Yeah, we have electricity. It's just
We
we're
sell
not
it.
allowed to
We
use
sell it
it.
to you guys.
We're not allowed to.
But no, look, Liverpool didn't look great. Salah, I know he scored. He
But
didn't
he
look
just
great.
came back from injury also.
Yes.
I think he's not fully fit.
He's carrying it from AFCON still.
Yeah, I don't think I think Klopp will obviously talk a big game in the press conference. He said Salah's back and he's ready and he's good to go. But I think that's just something you say for the cameras. I don't think that was a fully fit Salah.
No, it definitely wasn't. But I mean, hey, a goal's a goal. He got a nice
And
goal.
look, to be fair, he should have been good enough against that United
And
backline,
I'm
bro.
gonna say this.
Pasaka kept him quiet.
Basaka had a really good game.
Really good
And
game.
he also
Good to
just
see
came back from
Wan-Bissaka.
injury, bro.
It's good to see.
He,
I'm not gonna lie,
he's
he's my
been injured.
fave.
He's been injured for a
I
while.
mean, watch what I say,
Yeah,
but I appreciate Wan-Bissaka on the right.
Who-
He was playing on the left though.
He was playing on the left because
I
we
think
still
just
we still
because-
don't have a left
And
back.
because Dalot's probably better in his natural position.
Dalot's
than he
not
is.
bad either.
But look, that's
Dalot's
also,
been our player of the season.
that's a similar thing to what Arteta did against Liverpool. Not last season, 2 seasons ago when he put Tommy Asu for the first time at left back with Wan-Bissaka there. I think for some reason, if you play a right-footed left back against Salah, it tends to quiet him a little bit.
I
bro.
guess, but also it depends on the style. I think because
That's
Basaka's
true.
aggressive as
Man,
hell.
he was
That is
injured.
true, and Tommy Asu as well can
Hey
be
man, he's
suffocating.
injured, and Wan-Bissaka is,
Basaka's also
in
injured.
my
He
opinion,
just that was his
But
first
this
game
is
back.
Basaka's
He got
first
thrown
game
straight
back.
back in the deep
but
end.
one-on-one defending.
Yes, one of the best.
He's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
he's up there.
Okay, one of the best.
Yes.
Oh, maybe.
Nah, he's
No,
up
he-
there, bro.
I haven't
actually-
paid.
he actually
I
is.
guess
No,
I
just
haven't
one-on-one
paid.
deals. He's up
He
there.
literally-
I'm
is-
saying I guess I haven't paid enough attention to it.
Look,
Like I've
I'm
never
also-
once heard this man brought up.
No,
like,
he is one of
I
the-
used to
he
bring
is-
him up a lot last season.
Last season, yeah, for sure.
Because
Like,
Trent
I'm-
was so terrible.
maybe.
And I was like, okay,
Maybe.
if Trent could defend like Wan-Bissaka,
Yeah.
like,
I don't know. I prefer.
Basaka's only claim to fame is one-on-one defending.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah,
he
that's
can't do
all.
anything
That's
going
all he
forward.
does. He can't watch a back post. He can't. That's all he does. But
Yes.
no, look, it worked. I know he also came back from injury. Hoyland also came back. Hoyland didn't do much.
No.
You
shout
know-
out to that man though.
No, I mean immense shout outs to
And
him.
shout out to fucking Virgil. My bad, but that
No,
to
Virgil,
bring it back.
he
Sorry,
turned it
my
around
bad. I'm saying
completely.
my bad to bring it back to, but that man is
No,
back.
give it.
Last season, I was talking
He's
about
fully
Liverpool
back.
need to replace this
Oh,
man. Bro.
that's so.
It's just sad.
refreshing
It's
to
just
see
sad
back
he
because
really
last
hasn't had
season-
a partner with him.
Yeah.
But the whoever's filling the boots is filling the boots.
Kwanzaa.
Isn't it?
What's his name?
Kwanzaa and Kanate was also he got
Konate's
injured
there,
recently.
But also, I mean, look, last year, was it last season or 2 seasons ago when you had Reece Williams and
Oh yes, there
and-
were some
Yeah,
random ass
bro.
fucking names that came up.
Yeah, and what was that?
That man is babysitting on the pitch, bro.
Yeah,
So now I don't see where that man.
he's just that
Van
good.
Dijk, whoever's next to him, he just brings the level up to that.
No?
No, he really does. And I mean, I would say that for the whole Liverpool backline, because you look at Connor Bradley as well. I think Van Dijk is the only like senior player, because Joe Gomez doesn't count. Van Dijk is the only senior player in that Liverpool backline.
Regularly.
Nah, Gomez does count.
Does he?
Gomez
Well,
is
Joe Gomez, I think
been
he's
there,
like
bro.
25 or something.
24.
24.
Okay.
But
Look, that's still young.
But the thing is, he's
That-
got enough senior experience to be
Experience.
a
But he
senior
broke into
player.
the-
It's like
he-
Bukayo Saka, he's a senior
He
player.
broke
Okay.
into the first team under Brendan Rodgers.
That's
No
true.
way.
That's like 2014, dog.
That is true.
No way.
He's been
That's
in that
almost
team,
it.
but injuries also nailed him, isn't it?
That's
Yes,
weird.
he gets injured a lot.
Yeah.
I had no, look, I'm gonna be honest. I had no clue he's been playing for that long.
It's
I
mad.
thought he
It's
was
actually-
kind of
nah,
somewhat
when he came, he was like, you.
hectic. Well, I guess, golly, it's worked out for him then.
Oh, yeah. So he's got the experience of a senior. The problem is on his, and I'm gonna say it was still recent. He had a mistake in him, man.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
This season's been so consistent.
I always think you kind of have to forgive that, especially for players who are in and out all the
but let's be
time.
real. If on the title vibe,
Yeah, you can't risk it.
you can't have a mistake
I
in
get
you.
that.
That's the only cuck thing.
But that's also
That's
why
why
I
I was
think
like, when I was
match
talking
experience
to
is
you-
important, bro.
Yeah, bro. I was talking to you about Gabriel early on. Like that's why I don't like him. He's got a mistake.
He
in
used
him.
to. This season.
I don't think he
Now
does.
he's now.
Yeah,
it's-
now
it's-
he's
and that-
flawless,
and
bro.
look and look and
He
look
saved Saliba a few times.
and look
this
at how
season.
you guys are challenging now.
Yeah.
Your centre back and your goalkeeper
But
cannot have a fucking mistake.
But
in him.
even that, remember, with Gabriel, young guy, new country, new language, new team. Ramsdale, I think, is a prime example of how that match experience is needed, because when he came on for the Brentford game and he fucked up for
Oh,
their
that was
first
tough.
goal,
I'm so glad they
Look,
scored.
he made up for it though.
he absolutely made up for it. But again, he had to get
was so
into the
relieved.
groove of the
He
game.
was
Do
So
you know what I
relieved
mean?
when you got the win.
Absolutely, bro. And he was shameless. You see how he did the fingers in the ears to the Brentford fans, but I was like, bro, you absolutely had
look,
a mare
but yeah,
just
back
now.
to-
As
back
much as Joe
United.
Gomez has a mistake in him, he's not
Well, not
supposed to,
anymore.
he's not supposed to be starting still, is he? Don't they? I mean, Andy
I
Robertson
think he
should
was
still
bought
start.
to become a starter.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He's an England international. He was young when they brought him. He was a prospect.
He
bro.
was, and then Matip came, and then Matip was like super
So
gassed.
much
Yeah, he
And then it was like-
overperformed.
then he, but yeah, basically, and he literally, like cemented himself in that side. But then his injuries
Made it
cost
even
him a
worse.
bit, and then Gomez came back into the side. But Gomez also had injuries.
Now you got two players coming in
Now
and
they,
out.
they've both got
Constantly
but now,
having to
But see, and
refine.
you can't rely on a player that's going to be injured all the
but
time.
again, this season's been consistent. Hasn't had injuries and no
Hasn't
mistakes.
he been, I think he has been injured this season,
Who?
hasn't he?
Gomez.
Gomez, yeah.
Well, if he has, he's
Maybe he's just being managed better
He's been-
because
okay,
of the
fair enough,
injury.
because look, he's been playing in this critical
Yeah.
period, and look, we've been getting the results along with the rest of the kids.
So you
But
worked
yeah,
around the injuries quite well, I must say,
it's-
because there were some injuries case in that team, but you came out of it pretty
It's-
unscathed.
It's mental to like look at the results we've picked up given our squad. Bro, there was kids.
Yeah, I know they're
There
working.
was a 16-year-old
Yeah.
that came on that one game.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
Bro, that like
Let me ask you this. Joe Gomez, okay, you obviously impressed, but a surprise for me this season, Keller in goal. Obviously, when
not
Allison...
surprised at all.
Really?
Nah, that man was
At this level? Like,
he
I
was just
understand,
last
I understand
season. Nah,
agreeing.
He's always there.
Damn.
But
Nah.
what did he just play cup games last season?
Yeah. Not
Well, Anderson was
honestly,
never
he's not
injured, you know what I
like
mean?
look, okay, out of when I say surprised, the one-on-ones, I'm like, okay, it's not that sick.
Yeah.
Because that's when it's like, okay, that's the difference between him and Allison,
Yes.
or Allison and anyone rather.
Yeah, yeah,
Is that Allison on one-on-ones, you back him. You don't
Look, to
back
be fair,
you-
Allison all around.
But in general, bro, like when the
Yes,
if
Allison.
whoever's running down on it, even if
Yeah,
it's
he's
Haaland,
composed, bro. You're not gonna get the better
as
of
as a
him.
Liverpool fan or as an opposition fan. I'm pretty sure you're backing Allison in a one-on-one,
Yes.
which is mental.
Because
You know-
anytime it doesn't work out, everyone's surprised. bro.
away, like
Everyone's like, whoa.
or if he gets beaten, you're like away. Normally, Allison saves the
Yeah.
one-on-one, so you're like, that's a great
Yeah,
finish.
quality.
So it's like away. But now Keller is
Damn, no, Keller
one-
for me,
all-
big surprise.
As I must stand corrected, but all that I can remember, all the one-on-ones that I've seen, he stepped up. And I'm like, shit. It's like you on the level of Allison now, bruv.
Whoa, Sponzy,
No, I
that's,
mean
that's
in those
bold.
moments. No, he's not. He's not. He's not.
fairy
He's
tale,
not.
it's
He's
the
not.
fairy
Yeah, the
He's not.
fairy tale is getting to your brain,
I'm saying
Spons.
in those moments, it's like shit. That's what made
Yes,
the difference.
it's an Allison-esque save.
It's what makes Allison better than you.
True.
Was like Allison would just save all these one-on-ones.
Yeah.
But now he's being put in this situation.
Yes.
No, look, he's been absolutely
Because
phenomenal.
look, I'll go back to the season when we won the league. Allison got injured in the
Keller for you?
first game or the second game, and Keller wasn't there for some reason, or he was also injured. So Adrian came in,
Oh
Yes,
yes,
it was
I
Adrian.
remember him.
And-
yeah.
And Adrian, I was like, solid backup,
and
bro.
he did wow.
Solid backup.
He did
Yeah.
sick. He was never luckily he wasn't put in the situations of one-on-ones, but
Mm-hmm.
all the other he was fine.
Mm.
But now that's like that. Go back to the point of. He wasn't put in those situations, but if there was one-on-ones, I don't think Adrian would have been able to step up
Yep.
like Keller is now, and how Allison does
But
previously.
could you have predicted this at the start of the season?
Yes,
Yeah.
that
Wow,
man
that's
is,
bold, bro.
nah, Owens. That man
That's
is sick.
pretty bold.
No, look, I mean
The
now
best number two in the world.
the proof is in the proof is in the pudding. He's been amazing for them.
Did you say the best number 2 in the world?
Look, I'll say this:
Oh,
when
Ram-
Allison
Ramsdale.
got injured,
No. I was just asking you. That's what he said.
when Allison got injured, I wasn't like, "Fuck, there's our title." Chance.
Is it?
Yeah, I thought that as well. I was like,
no, I thought
this is
Liverpool.
our chance.
I thought Liverpool were done.
I wasn't, and I'm like, I'm not thinking back then. Oh shit, I'm conscious of this thought that I'm not thinking. I'm just thinking back now. When
Yes.
Allison had his injury, I didn't think back then. Oh fuck,
It
here
wasn't
goes our
panic
title.
station.
It's like fuck.
you've
here's our
seen
keeper.
enough from Keller,
I
or at
fucking
least.
keeper shit, but the way
Wow.
I'm confident in Keller.
I literally thought that's it. That
Nah,
Liverpool are
if
gonna
it-
fight for
if
Champions League place.
If Adrian was our second, no disrespect, but
Didn't he
like,
win you guys a trophy?
Yeah, he won the
Carabao?
Super
FA?
Cup.
Oh, he won the
I'm gonna
Super Cup.
I'm gonna say the Super Cup. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
respect the
alright.
man.
No. But then I would say, okay, there's our title.
Gone.
Massive title blow.
Listen,
You get
Sponzy, before we have to say goodbye to you,
Yeah,
closing thoughts on where you think these final 10 games are going to play, how you think they're going to play out. Obviously, all three, Man City, Liverpool and Arsenal, we've got some tough games coming up.
Yeah, we gotta play Brighton next.
Brighton next, bro. Obviously, it's international break this weekend, so no predictions today. But yeah, how do you think this season is? I'm sure we'll see before it's over. But just as things stand from this seat right now, on your return, what do you think the end of the season is going
I
to
think
look
we're
like?
gonna take it.
No?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue, I'm not gonna
I'm quite
argue.
confident Liverpool's gonna take it.
Right now, it's just goal difference, so.
we just have to take it. You know.
Golly.
Why?
I wish
Why
I had
is it
this
so
dude's
bold?
confidence, bro.
How?
But he's speaking from
Golly.
second on goal difference, though.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, Liverpool didn't really look fucking great at all against United. I'm gonna be honest.
You don't think they're going to go the stretch?
I don't think so. Not with the performance they had.
That was
A one-off.
Look, if the games
I don't
are
think
If
as
that wasn't in the league, so they didn't drop points in the league.
I
bro.
know, but they still look. Klopp is still trying to win everything.
could be
Did
the
you see?
wake-up
Did you see
call.
how upset Klopp was afterwards? He didn't even want to do an
I
interview.
didn't because of fucking load shedding.
Oh, yeah,
bruv.
fair enough. But no, he did.
I mean, I got back, but like,
I think the Liverpool players and Klopp himself want to win everything they can
course,
in,
of
in
course,
Klopp's
of
last
course.
season.
They
Of course,
almost had it like 2 seasons ago.
And against Man United, they are going to want to win. They tried their best.
Yes.
There's without a doubt they tried their
I
best.
think it was you scored a goal, and in the
We
last
scored 4
minute,
goals.
I'm talking about the last goal when
Okay.
because at the time it was 3-3.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you scored a goal in the last minute. Like that's football, bruv. I don't think
That's
it's
football.
I don't think it was a whole. Oh my boys, fuck, we lost. Like because
But it
we were
kind of is
You
that.
know,
I
thing.
think all that means is the quadruple's done. That's
I
it.
just think-
but that's it.
that can happen.
Yes.
On another day, that
So
doesn't happen.
treble still on the cards.
I don't
boy.
think it happens if that game played 10 times.
Well, again,
it only happens once.
United plays Liverpool in like 2-3 weeks.
Exactly,
in
and
the
I think we
Prem.
beat
Yeah.
you. I think we fucking.
Is that at Anfield though?
I
don't know.
It doesn't fucking matter. Let me just straight.
Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. Look, all I'm
Oh,
saying,
yes, let's go to Old Trafford and get the result.
it's done.
I-
Look, I'm
At the Stretford
You calling it
end,
now?
No,
pop
I'm not
in-
calling it now. I need to kind of like feel the vibe as
Uh-huh.
it gets closer to time. People get injured. I mean, Casemiro was injured for this
No,
game.
I just mean, are you calling Liverpool's title run now? Like you're calling
Yeah, you
that?
call it. I
yes,
called it.
they're not going to win it.
Why not?
That is a question. That is a question for the next episode. Spons, we're gonna let you leave, but we're
good
gonna
to
allow
see you,
them to leave you.
Spons.
We'll be back with some news.
Just
Keep it
watch
to
the
myself.
views peak now because I'm back.
Good to have Sponzy back on the show.
Yeah, good to see you. And it's more specific, now that he's gone,
Can get to the United side of the FA Cup.
sucked the happiness out of United winning that game. No, look, that was genuinely an argument for game of the season.
Yeah.
100%.
Overall game of the season.
And more importantly, like I know I said it's United history. I'm not kidding. This is United history.
Yeah.
In a season that's been so poor, everything like nothing's gone our way. This win means everything.
Yep.
Literally everything.
It's worth the celebration, bruv.
Especially for Ten-Hag. And I mean, what's weird to me is now that we've won, there's even more talks about Southgate in. How does that make any sense?
For the talks to get so much traction, like so soon after the game.
I thought, maybe if we lose that game, then, let's talk
Makes
about
sense.
new managers. But we literally won the game. How is there still talk about Southgate coming in?
Yeah,
And
I would've
how
said-
is Southgate the number one choice?
Because it's so commercially good on paper.
I know.
Gareth Southgate coaching
Weirdly
Manchester
enough-
United.
Weirdly enough, I shouldn't like it, but I do like it.
I
There's
think
a- like
it's going to defy logic. It's going to work. If it happens, it's going to work. Harry Maguire will get the armband again, firstly. And then he's going to end up starting. And I weirdly think England football works for this Man United squad, bro.
No, look, we'll get into that at the end. But back to the game. We got to talk about Erik Ten Hag. He made the perfect decisions to have Wan-Bissaka come back from injury and immediately
Straight
play on the
into
left. To have Hoyland start. And also the Casemiro got injured like right before this game
Yeah.
happened. And United didn't announce it. People found out because Brazil announced it.
When I saw the news, I thought, cool, Liverpool.
Liverpool, I know, I thought so too.
This is just what United needed.
And what's weird is like, but there's talks that apparently like United's medics didn't find it, and Casemiro on his own agenda basically had to be like, nah, my shit's hurt, I can't
What
play.
is going on at that club?
I don't know how true it is, but that's not a good sign, especially for a team that has had so many injuries this season.
I guess should it be a surprise? Everyone knows that the job that needs to be done there. Maybe this is just one of those many things on Radcliffe's to-do list.
No, well, maybe, but if for it to get to a point where it's this bad, it shouldn't be this bad.
At a FA Cup quarterfinal.
It's physio and stuff. They should know. They should at least. I know the board of directors don't know their job, but they should at least know their job.
People con their way into the job.
But yeah, so it's not a good sign for United in general. But I mean, shout out to Kobe Mainu stepping up, filling in Casemiro's shoes, and I'm gonna say it, he's even better than Casemiro.
I think based on form, you can't argue.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can't.
maybe
Casemiro.
he's been in and out with injuries.
Yeah.
But like, Kobe Mainoo's defying expectations with his age. He's defying expectations considering the experience he's got at senior level football. He defied Gareth Southgate's decision to not call him up to the England senior squad.
And remember, the first time it didn't happen, I said nice.
Yeah,
I
you were okay with that.
didn't want him to
You
go
were
to.
okay with that.
So look, congratulations to Kobe Mainu. I'm sure he loves to play for England. Me
Yeah,
as a United fan, I wear the shirt. I sit here. I wish it didn't happen. I
Yeah.
wish he just took a holiday. I wish he just chilled and we could see him come back.
Wish he
fresh.
rested up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's still young. I don't want to see this dude get overplayed.
Look, I mean, Bukayo Saka got pulled out of the England squad because of an injury scare. So these things happen.
They do happen. But yeah, I look, Kobe Mainoo, he was amazing.
Stellar.
He played as like a defensive mid, but
Yeah.
golly, he can do anything.
He put in a man of the match performance by his own right, bro. In his own right. Like, genuinely, I think that was his best performance in a United kit.
And I mean, to do it in a game like this.
The occasion, bro. The occasion.
But yeah, look, Liverpool's... they scored like 2 goals very quickly after each other, and it did kind of seem...
It deflated United a little bit.
Yeah, it did. But again, though, both goals were kind of weird. Like, players were going down too easy. Rashi went down. Bruno went down for the other goal. And
Yeah.
also deflections.
Yeah.
Literally, Salah's goal is because it hits Onana's wrist and lands directly by
Because
Salah.
again, another one where you conceded 3, but Onana had a good game, in my opinion, bro. I don't think he had a bad game.
Look, we can get into that. At first, I didn't think he had a bad game either. But the more I think about it, you getting a first on this, and it's going directly into the middle of the box where Salah
Okay, yeah,
is.
that's poor.
That's pretty poor.
That
you
is
shouldn't be
poor.
letting that happen.
I also do think that Salah was completely unmarked, bro. And
Yes,
he's that type of player.
No, again,
he is that type of player.
In all the goals, United's defense completely fell asleep.
Yeah.
The marking was terrible. Literally in all the goals, the marking was dog awful. There was a dude open, and that dude open always scored the
Yeah.
goal. But I didn't think Onana was bad at first, but the more I look at the goals, you could argue
He was responsible or could have done better.
There's the other one where it bounces off Eriksen's boot and then it goes through
Yes.
Maguire's legs.
Yeah.
And again, yes, it's bounced off 2 defenders there. But again, both of those things happen outside of the
You
box.
think he had enough time to readjust,
I
collect
think he did,
it?
especially that one, because the one that goes in is like if he just put his arm out like 3 more inches.
That's true.
But yeah, I don't think Anana was bad at all, but he could have maybe done better. Again, though, generally United weren't that good. I know I said Liverpool weren't that good, but United weren't that good either, to be honest. It looked like we were completely dead in the water until Anthony scored the goal to bring us
Of
level.
all people.
And a lot of people didn't like the subs that Ten-Hag made because he brought Anthony on. Remember, he took Varane off and he put on an attacker. I think he put Diallo on.
I remember still asking you probably wish Varane was still on.
Exactly. But again,
Super subs.
Ten-Hag's tactics completely worked because both of those guys scored goals.
Yeah, I mean, Diallo got the winner.
Yeah.
And I mean, against all odds, bro. Like,
But I mean, speaking of against all odds, Anthony.
playing in your preferred position.
Anthony. Do we have an Anthony song at Anthony.
Yeah, Chelsea on mine, bro.
But no, for Anthony to come on and score like
needed that.
after he hits Van Dijk with that classic Anthony spin.
It finally worked.
And then again to prove the haters wrong with his right foot.
Yeah, exactly.
Scores it in the corner. Amazing. As a man who's backed
huge
Anthony.
goal. Huge goal.
I'm so glad to see him do
Huge.
something.
What's that? 2 goals for the season now?
That's Anthony. 90 mil. But
Yeah, he should do.
that he barely ever plays darts.
He should absolutely just next time he scores a goal. Bro.
But no, it's amazing to see Anthony score. It's amazing to see him play well.
Yeah.
And again, Ten-Hag, near the end of the game, players were tired. You could see, I don't think, generally, I don't think United have the most fit squad, physically fit. I don't think they have the most physically fit squad because it seems like every game, no matter who we play against, at some point they look better than us. Like they just work harder than
Can't
us.
keep it up for the full.
I mean, sometimes you can't even keep it up for a half. But how's it gonna make an erectile dysfunction joke?
Please don't.
But we didn't look that great. But again, Liverpool didn't either. So that's not a
Maybe
not a bad
that's
thing.
what added to the back and forth nature of it and the game of the season.
Exactly.
Because it's like anytime anyone is going forward, they could score.
Literally. But yeah, so the players were like hella tired. So at the end, we kind of saw Bruno go centre back. The dude was limping all over the place. I don't know why he didn't come off, but I mean, hey, we won. And we saw Anthony, finally, I've been calling it for weeks. We saw him go left back. And what happened? He was pretty fucking good. I know he was only there for like 15, 20 minutes.
But he got a goal. That's all he needed.
Yes, he got a goal. And I mean, in the time he was there,
He looked decent.
I've said it before, he works hard defensively. As you can say what you want about his attacking, and you can't say anything now, he scores. But defensively, the dude works hard. He works harder than a lot of other players in the team do.
He does.
And-
And he has to, considering the lack of goals.
And I was watching the overlap recently with Ian Wright and Roy Keane and them, and they were both saying that like right back is the easiest position to play.
Isn't that where Neville played?
Yes, that they were making fun of him. That's exactly it. And I agree. Like any fullback is kind of the easiest place to play. You just have to watch this one half. You know what I mean? You
Cover the space.
You see the entire game.
To do.
So I think you don't necessarily need to have fucking Name someone good.
Like a striker?
Anyone.
Tevez.
You don't need to have Tevez in your left back. You just need to have someone who's willing to put in work. And Anthony is willing to put in work. So and like we had this conversation off cam. The idea of him being on an overlap with Garnacho
makes sense.
There is so much attacking threat in that, bro. Like it works. But yeah, United, we got to give a shout out to, I think he's also like 18, 19.
Diallo. Yeah. This is a dude that I've spoken to Caleb before saying, why are United loaning this kid out? I understand why, obviously he's young. But man, good player. This is again me speaking of Football Manager brain, but he's been a star for me, bro.
Manager?
Yeah, he like on the newer seasons, not so much, but like he was one of the OG, or not OG, but he was one of the wonder kids when he was like 16 years old side.
Look,
but yeah, he's a talent, bro.
He's a talent. I don't know, especially up until this point, necessarily if Ten-Hag liked him. I think it may have been a Palestri situation.
Possibly, we do know he's got his hierarchy.
Exactly, and like Palestri, I think every United fan you talk to, Palestri, I love Palestri, but the dude never played.
Yeah, you rated him over Garnacho.
I rated him over Garnacho. I don't know, I haven't watched him since, but I at one point I did think he was better than Garnacho. But it seems like Ten-Hag just didn't really fuck with Diallo. So he didn't, like, we would see Anthony get played over him. We would see what's his name, Amrabat get played over him. We just wouldn't see this dude start. And I think now, without a doubt, you can't argue with him starting, or not maybe not starting, but at least playing.
Yeah.
And I mean the goal. Did you see the goal he got? He shouldn't have scored that from that angle. I think Killer should have done a lot better from that angle. Yeah. That's one thing. I know Killer is good, but
he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball.
Hey, pun intended. The pass that was played to him from Garnacho wasn't a good pass. Really wasn't a good pass. It was a
scuffed, just got it off.
And the shot was scuffed as well. So and I think looking back, Keller probably, if he had, I don't know if he even knew it was going to go in, but I'm sure if he had known how close it was going to be, he would have saved that. But I mean, what a goal. To get United the win in such an important game, you couldn't ask for more.
That is like 100% the type of goal that like you can't put a price on. Especially, like we said,
if I could put a price up, one honey.
Is he an academy player? Do you know?
I don't know. But you see, the talk is that like Madrid might be looking at Garnacho.
No, I've heard that. I genuinely do see a second coming of Ronaldo. I don't think he's gonna be as good as Ronaldo. But I mean look, the boy models himself on Ronaldo. You know what I mean? Like he lives and breathes every step that man has taken.
Again, if I don't want to sell him, but if we could, at least a honeymoon.
And in today's market,
at least a honeymoon.
In today's market, Madrid will pay. What's he, Argentinian also?
Yes, he is Argentinian.
Oh, bro.
I know.
Nah, you can get cash, bro.
I know.
One person you won't be selling Kobe Mainoo, though?
No, not at all. I also wouldn't be selling Harry Maguire.
I think after this season, why would you? Is his contract up at the end of the season?
So. But the talk is that West Ham are going to try and buy him again. Because remember, they tried to buy him last season.
Yeah. Well, I don't think based off of this form, there's even less incentive to join them. But maybe they get it right next time around, bro.
Yeah, maybe they get it right.
It's too up in the air there again. Is Moyes going to stick it out? I guess that's the discussion for another episode. But look, sticking with United,
I wouldn't sell Maguire. He was very good in this game. He came on as a sub, and there were points where he was like our most threatening attacker.
He's had more highs than lows this season overall.
No, he has.
Let's be honest.
But yeah, Maguire was very good. I wouldn't sell him. I wouldn't sell him at all. I know because Varane gets paid so much, I probably would let go of him.
No,
because he gets paid so much.
He doesn't play nearly enough to warrant it.
Well, this season he hasn't been injured that much,
but he hasn't been played.
Usually, yeah, he's injured all the time or something or whatever. But
I mean, this season wasn't there a time when he was fit? He was just on the bench the whole time. Ten-Hag just wasn't playing.
Ten-Hag was picking Maguire over him, which again, Maguire's been so good. You know?
That was at least based on form. Unlike the man who could come in if Ten-Hag doesn't work out, Gareth Southgate. He ain't picking on form. You know what I mean? We'll get to that, but
you want to get to it now?
No, I want to get to what I consider to be another contender for game of the season. Your next opponents when Coventry beat Wolves in the FA Cup. The FA Cup draw has been done. United are playing against Coventry. I don't want to disrespect Coventry, but Manchester derby definitely on the cards for FA Cup final.
We're about to knock this shit out the park, bro.
You know what? I think Coventry are the type of club at that point where getting knocked out by Man United is still a huge win for them. I think getting to play Manchester United is still such an opportunity. They did not expect to beat Wolves. I don't care.
No, they didn't. Also, weirdly enough, I think for them, United's the best draw.
It is, because it was between them, Man City
Or
and Chelsea, brother. So
and United is so sketchy all the time. I think even Coventry are like, alright, that's a decent draw.
you know what? To be fair, I probably shouldn't count Chelsea out too soon.
No, don't
Because
count
they
them
are
out.
playing against Man City, and they have been a bit of a thorn for Man City before.
And
Not
also-
so much like Spurs, but yeah.
Also, maybe Chelsea not winning the Carabao was just leading to them winning this.
True.
You
And
know
they
what I
are
mean?
absolutely, I mean, Mikhailo Mudryk at the very least is finding some serious form.
Yeah.
now.
No, look-
Goal scoring form at least. That's going to be a good game, City versus Chelsea. Obviously, the more attractive of the semi-final draws. But
For
United versus Coventry, how are you feeling, bro?
I'm
you
confident.
got to be confident.
Yeah, this is we going to Wembley. United's basically guaranteed a final spot.
They should be. It'll be one of the biggest bottle jobs ever
Yes.
if somehow Coventry... I'd love it for football.
You
but
see, I would call that a bottle job more than Chelsea losing to Liverpool in the Carabao Cup.
But remember, that was just because of Liverpool's injuries at the time. And Chelsea had more experienced players on the pitch. It was semantics. It was all semantics.
semantics,
But
but-
again, I can see why you wouldn't consider it a bottle job. But
No, look, I'm expecting United to get to the final. I'm expecting us to fucking win this whole thing at this point.
yeah,
We
think you beat City in the final?
yes, we have to make it to the final. But
Ten-Hag has
but
to
I
make
think
it to the final.
no, Ten-Hag does have to make it.
Because, yeah, if you lose the cover, that's Ten-Hag.
Look,
Done.
although to be honest, the top 5 has completely opened up this week.
Because Villa have decided to give up on it, so have Spurs.
Spurs have too. But yeah, look, just to finish on the FA Cup, yes, we are going to the final. I actually expect Chelsea to beat City.
I have a gut feeling that that's going to happen as
Yeah,
well.
I kind of expect the final to be United
I
Chelsea.
think Man City are gonna need to focus a bit more on the league, bro.
Mm.
Genuine. I think the league and the Champions League are much more important to them than
and Chelsea have
than
nothing
FA
else
Cup.
at this point.
Chelsea got nothing else, bro.
But let us know what you think. Who's going to the final? What do you
Yeah.
think? Do you think Coventry is going to beat United? I mean,
You
you'd
think
be an
Coventry
idiot.
are going to win the FA Cup? I mean,
But yeah, what did you want to talk about? You want to talk about
Gareth
Southgate?
Southgate. Obviously, with Ten-Hag, we've mentioned his job security more than enough times. For some
I
reason,
don't know
it really
why.
makes no sense that
It
it's still
makes
such a topic of
absolutely no
discussion.
sense.
I think this is just new owner really being overzealous about wanting to bring change and blah, blah, blah. And Gareth Southgate on paper makes a lot of sense. Man United are a commercial club. They do like to run like a business. England manager moving to Manchester United, trying to become the first English manager
perfect.
to win the Premier League.
That's perfect.
Backed by Sir
Talk
Jim
about
Ratcliffe.
a fairy tale. But look, as a United fan,
You don't hope it doesn't come to that?
No, it shouldn't come to that. But in a weird way, it is in Ten Hag's hands.
It is.
If he does win the FA Cup, or if he does qualify for Champions League,
He
he's
has
safe.
to stay, bro.
You can't argue with it. He's
He
safe.
absolutely has to
Judging
stay.
by what has happened at the start of the season, the injuries, the Sancho fucking stories, the Anthony, the Greenwood, he's safe. He's had
think
to
the
deal
F-
with so much shit.
The FA Cup gets you a Europa League qualification, I think.
Yeah, which is
so
cool.
he'll get Europe if he wins the FA.
I think United will definitely get Europe.
But I think for Champions League, for job security, he needs Champions League football. I
Yes.
think he absolutely needs it. Unless, like, you can really look at it and be like, oh, we can see why they missed out. And like you said, it's starting to open up now. United got to show improve. This is where they have to show they are Man United, and they have to take advantage of this, bro. Because I don't see Villa and Spurs turning things around anytime soon, really. I mean, obviously, Spurs, this is a bit of a one-off. It was the nature of it that was so bad.
Well, yeah, let's get into Spurs. They were Premier League games.
Yes, they were.
So none of them were that. Well, I guess results-wise, they were pretty interesting.
But in terms of points tally for FPL,
Look, we'll get into that. Let's just let's touch on the game. So Spurs did lose to Fulham 3-0.
very badly, bro.
This Muniz guy has been on fire. Mm-hmm. Where?
That's true. I don't know. I mean, maybe he just been on the bench because they were obviously trying the Raul Jimenez experience
Oh, yeah,
experiment
they were trying.
after they sold that guy
Or not? No.
With the M?
Mitrovic.
Mitrovic. There you go. But yeah, I guess Jimenez didn't work out, whether because of injury or something else. But Muniz he's showing some things, bruh.
He's shown some things.
And he's young, no?
Yeah, I think he is young. Look, Burnley also showed some things. They beat Brentford 2-1 this week. Luton drew with Nottingham Forest. And then West Ham drew with Villa.
Yeah.
Which is, that's a good game, you know what I mean? For West Ham, it was a great
it's
result.
very good for West Ham.
Yeah.
Very
And-
good for
And
boys.
again, for United, the teams we fighting for top 5, Villa and
Spurs.
Spurs have both lost points this week.
That's what I'm saying. This is when they absolutely pull up their socks and take advantage, bro.
And
I
that's-
don't think...
And that's why this whole Southgate thing, as much as I don't like it, it can be being talked about. It's in Ten-Hag's hands.
Yeah. At the same time, that type
The
of
power
talk.
of the sun
You think that type of talk
in the
does
palm of his hands.
hurt or helps, bro? Because there's no way Ten Hag's avoiding this.
No, look, I think it hurts. I think
it absolutely does, bro.
INEOS or Jim Radcliffe or whoever should come clear and say Ten
We're
Hag
backing
safe.
this man.
Yeah, there's no talk.
We're backing him.
Which, look, to be fair, I think they have said that.
Behind the scenes.
I think there's. I don't know why this stuff's coming out, but I think they have said that they plan on keeping Ten Hag.
People just twisting words, maybe. Or maybe there's just a general feel because of how much on paper it makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does make a ton of sense.
People, I guess, just want to sell that because, again, I mean, that would kind of be the absolute beginning of a new era. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, fuck me, United don't need a new one, bro.
No, we
They
don't.
need to finish this one, make this one work. And I think, yeah, considering the FA Cup run, considering what happened with points being dropped in the league, it is very much in Ten Hag's hands, yeah, like you say, bro. And
Well, let's get on to the news. And speaking of points being dropped, Forest -4 points.
-4, obviously they were not with Everton.
And it was the first ruling was that it was at minimum going to be -6. So -4 shows you that even the PGHL,
MOL.
even they didn't know really what was happening.
Yeah, it's a bad look.
And yes, apparently what this was for was Brennan Johnson. They held off on selling him to try and get more money, which they successfully got more money. But the window took longer than the window they had allocated to do this legally.
They went overtime.
They went overtime. So this is just minus for that. They didn't really. They just took. They basically took too long to like get shit done.
They're not like pulling a Man City.
But again, that's already kind of the strategic side of we'll take the minus points, but we'll make more money.
Yep.
Because
they did make more money.
They did, and they knew obviously they knew this entire time the rules. They knew what was happening, so they were purposefully deciding.
They probably felt we could probably survive with the point deficit.
Exactly.
But
So
we'll make money either way.
This opens a whole new can of worms of teams now tactically taking minus points to work shit out financially.
Yeah.
Is this a good thing?
No, it's not a good thing, bro. I think what makes it worse is that now that we've seen two clubs kind of get around, or not get around it, because again, this points deduction hurts both clubs.
Yeah.
But a club like Man City can survive a 6-point deduction.
Yeah.
And when you consider, it looks like they act on these types of deductions and not the 115 charges that are currently on Man City. Not even Chelsea could do it.
Yeah,
Arsenal could probably do it. Like, I don't see why you wouldn't try it at least once, because I think everyone has to get away with it at least once. The next club that does it, if they get a much more harsh, severe punishment, is going to be like, what the fuck? But Nottingham Forest got a 4-point deduction. You can't kind of correct the error yet. You know what I mean?
No, you can't.
It has to be allowed to fail for long enough before you can go, oh, and we've tweaked it.
Yeah, but again, we all hoped City would have been long enough to
It
tweak
should have been, bro.
But also Leicester have also been minus points from the season when they were in the Premier League. They've been.
Does it affect their championship
I
season?
don't know, but apparently they also did some things.
If they get promoted, then they should just start with the negative.
Oh, imagine.
They should just start with the negative, bro.
So yeah,
They came close in the Chelsea game, 4-2, bro.
They did. They did.
Ah.
A man who's come close to jail. He's come so close that he's in jail. Is Robinho.
What is going on, bro? Another Brazilian also, eh?
Yes, I know. Look, so yeah, for those who don't know, I don't know if I could say this.
We will say he did a horrible thing with a group of men
Yeah, so
and one woman.
so he's going to jail for 9 years for gang.
Yeah, fuck him.
For gang snape.
R.I.P. Alan Rickman. Yeah, the man is a rapist, bro. Fuck
Yes.
him.
And yes, and like you said, it's another Brazilian, very in short duration to the
Very
old Danny
short,
Alves thing.
bro. Like, it's obviously he hasn't been as high profile a player as Danny Alves in his playing time, but dog, monster's a monster. This is some sick shit.
This is some sick shit.
Yeah, dude, he should absolutely get put away for it. And nigga, what's going on with these football players, bro?
We're gonna go a bit off topic here, but I don't think it's just football players.
No,
I think famous people in general
True.
are doing some hella weird shit.
That's true.
And some of it is coming out now, but there's a ton of weird shit that hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, there's probably worse stuff
There's-
that we
there's a-
don't know about.
I think it basically, I would honestly say like 80% of famous people have done some weird shit that would probably get them in jail.
Yeah.
But yes, back to this. Yeah, Danny Alves. You see, I think Danny Alves might already be on
No,
bail.
I think what?
Yeah, I think he's already like on bail. So
someone like Robinho, surely there's no bail, no parole, no nothing.
I think these Brazilians are fucking gods, bro. I think the prisoners, the gods.
Yeah, he's
the
being
government.
sentenced. But look, he doesn't have that big a reputation in Brazil, does he?
Yes, he's Robinho.
Is he a World Cup winner though? He's not like
think he
not
is
like
a
a Danny Alves, most decorated player.
No, he's
in
not like
the
Danny
game.
Alves, but Robinho is still a
I
legend.
kind of need to stop saying that about Alves. I gotta stop giving him that clout
he's a
whenever I
piece of
speak
shit
about him, bro.
rapist.
Danny Alves, biggest piece of shit in the game.
But yeah, look, I think Robinho is still a Brazil legend, and I think they are all going to treat him with some like he's going to have a silver spoon.
I mean, I used to love him on FIFA Street too, bro.
Oh, dude, I used to love Robinho.
Now
as
he's
well.
just for the fucking streets.
But okay, and then our final bit of news. This was the lowest week in Fantasy Premier League history.
Lowest points tally.
So
What did the highest person get? Did you see?
I can check for you right now.
Like-
78 points.
That's actually not low. It's like I guess he had a good week, but everywhere else, what was the average?
The average was 12 points. And before this, the lowest was 2016, 2019. Oh, no, 2016, 2017, my bad, with the average of 19 points.
You know what? Considering that there were goals scored this weekend, it's just people getting decisions wrong.
No, well, the thing is, all those goals were scored by people no one expected.
Exactly, bro.
So yeah, let's get into it. I didn't have a great week. I got 9 points. I had to take a -8, so I kind of just made 1 point this week.
Wow.
Which is
Still came
decent.
out
I was gonna
positive.
say, which is decent because at least it's a positive.
Still came out positive.
And at least I didn't pull a Chad and wild card and fuck my whole team up for the rest of the season.
for the crunch time season, bro.
So yeah, so Chad, look, I don't know what you're gonna do. Mm-hmm. But I think we can.
It's over.
It's over. Yeah, I think it's over. We
over,
can stop
bro.
talking about Chad.
Yeah, just leave forth for me.
But look, weirdly enough, in a week where there was major possibilities for people to do things, no one did anything.
Well, I kind of gave myself some breathing room.
Yes,
that
24 points.
I managed to get to third again. Only
Yeah.
just I think I'm ahead of Nate by like 4 points or something like
Yeah,
that.
you are.
But I am quite confident in my team going forward, bro. I didn't also pull a Chad and ruin everything. Rizzo,
Sorry, Chad.
you know what? Rizine, he's trying. This 2 steps forward, 10 steps back game is still going on between you and him.
No, well, look, he got more points than me this week. He
did?
He got 11 points and only took a -4. So on aggregate, he did better than me
He
this
did
week.
do better, but again, that gap is still there, bro.
Yeah,
like it's
I'm up by like 12 points. now.
yeah.
So it's not much.
It's still touch and go. No one's comfortable at all.
Look, my team isn't looking great. I still don't have Watkins. I don't know how effective Watkins or Villa in general are going to be for the rest of the season.
Very good question. I think it may be a good time to sell him now, in all honesty. Take it from someone who has
Weirdly
him.
enough, Haaland's been super slow as well. I don't know if should we still stick with him? But yeah, look, it's a very interesting season. And again, I have to reiterate, nobody did much this week. This was a week that should have if people.
I had a full team basically, and I got
you didn't even get
24,
that.
bro.
Exactly.
Like,
They were, Loops as well. Jody, he also had a full team. He only got 24 points. That's his free. He played. No, the players that did well were players that nobody expected.
I mean, Fulham beating Spurs kind of threw a lot. Like I said, I had Leno on my bench, bro.
Yeah.
I had Vicario in goal. I had Udogi and I had Pedro Porro on my pitch.
So look, the table, our league table stays largely unchanged. I am still at the top. Razine is still second, but you are now third.
Yeah, I'm third, like I said, momentarily, but I am super confident in my next game week, bro. When those games do arrive, I'm very confident in them. So I'm not going to lie, bro. Razine, watch out, bro. I told you I gave up on the title chase, but how many points behind you am I?
You have 1628. I have 1663.
So it's like 40 odd points, 40 plus points.
Yeah, but look, again, though, you still kind of have to worry more about Nathaniel than anyone else. Because
He's like, what, 4 points behind me?
he's literally like 2 points
like,
behind you. So.
dog.
But yeah, what a week.
Nah, what a week. Not so much in the Premier League. But, I guess in the Premier, just for the wrong reasons.
No, for United.
For United,
For
bro.
for football heritage. For history. Did you see Ferguson smile at the end of the game?
Sir Alex
That shit
Ferguson.
took me, dude, the atmosphere, that shit took me back, bro.
Yeah. Felt like a league win.
I felt better than a league win.
Damn, bro. Let us know in the comments.
An Audi Cup win.
Let us know in the comment section. Is that as good as an Audi Cup win, bro? I think that's high praise. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you guys think for the remaining games of the season. You know, week after week, we will be here.
Look, and I guess we'll try and do one touching on there's a big Brazil-England match. That's kind of big.
I'm done with Brazil. I'm done with Brazil. We don't talk about Brazil in the studio anymore.
That's fair.
But we probably will do an episode about that because it's a big game. Thank you guys for watching the show, and we'll catch you in the next one.